It's April and we're so close to the finish line. We can see it, we can taste it, we can smell it. We're almost there, but not quite yet. Okay. This is the month that everyone outside our world associates with taxes. But for us in this bookkeeping world, we're exhausted, we're done with second guessing, and we make a lot of, I'm never going to do it this way again, promises. So April isn't just about surviving the deadline. It's about using what you just learned to improve the rest of the year and to make next year better, okay? Because you're not going to remember this, so you're going to do it all while it's fresh in your memory. Now, if today is before the 5th of April, just stop what you're doing and get back to work. Your time is dwindling very quickly to get your CPA packets out the door. So I suggest just focus on that. Now that's a hard deadline for me, and this is my 45th year end. Holy crap. Yeah, I've been doing this a really long time, which is kind of why I know what I'm doing, you know? So if today is after the 5th, then you might have some stragglers that are going on extension. Let them know. Because if you can't get your packets out the door by the 5th, then there's not a hope in hell that your CPAs are going to be able to bang out a return for you. Not unless you have something prearranged, because that is an expectation that just cannot be established and met in all likelihood at this late point. All right. My philosophy is this, and I would love you to adopt it, okay? Because there are a lot of people involved in this process. I never want the cause of an extension to be me, to be my work, my office, my assistant, anything that we've done on my side. I don't care if it's the business owner's fault. I don't care if it's some problem that the CPA has, but it is not going to be my fault, okay? And that is a hardcore rule that I set a long time ago, and I have abided by it, all right? And I have a lot of clients over the years that have insisted that they please not be put on an extension very adamantly. And that's fine as long as they cooperate and do their part. But we're never assured of that because life happens. Anyway, without further hesitation, here's your April checklist. Number 1, triage the final emergencies. You cannot fix everything, so prioritize by the legal deadline, by the paid scope, and then by the long-term client value. We've talked about that before. This is the time of year to assess all of that long-term client value. Number 2, do a post-mortem on your season. Right after this rush, what went well? What broke? Where did you underestimate time? That's a big one. And which clients ignored your requests? Write that down. You will not remember this in July. And in July, we're going to have this year's year-end strategy already in place. And you're going to be using our Maven app, hopefully, which is a first of its kind practice management app. Yay, again, 45 years here. This app I created because I needed it desperately. I was struggling to manage like 30 clients, which is a lot because this is a part-time business that I do, hitting 6 figures every single year. So again, write it down. And in the Maven app, you can take a lot of notes because you won't remember it, and you really do need to fix what went wrong. Number 3, update your boundaries and policies. And this all ties together. This all segues from one task to the next. But based on what you just lived through, adjust certain cutoff days. Maybe the 5th of April and the 5th of March were not good deadlines. Maybe you need to pull yours in and make it, March 1st and April 1st. It depends on your clients and your CPAs and your basic workload. All right. Add rush fees. If you absorbed your client's chaos, you don't need to be doing that for nothing. Charge for it. And clarify your communication channels and response times. You can set more deadlines for your clients by simply saying, I need this by X, and not responding jeopardizes a timely return. You will risk being put on extension. It's just that simple. And they probably know it if they've been in business a while already anyway. If you never change the rules, you're training the clients to repeat this same bad behavior of not responding to you. And you got to remember, you're not a 24-hour hotline. And at year end, it's an annual thing. It's implied in the name. So they can see it coming. They've known about year end just as long as you have. So, there's always that. Number 4, refresh your systems and templates. And April is very fresh in your memory. It's still April. Update your year-end checklist templates, refine your CPA packet format, and improve your onboarding emails for new clients. And again, you don't really have to do any of that if you're using our Maven app. Number 5, protect your time off. book at least one long weekend, take a few days off. You're not a machine. And if you're going to burn out in April, you're going to suffer over the next few months, which is actually a great time to be doing projects. All right. So blocking your recovery time from year end isn't an indulgence. It's actually self-maintenance. And you won't find a CPA working between April 15th and early May anyway. So it's a good time for all of us to get a little bit of downtime, get regrouped and refreshed and recharged. All right, now here's our pro tip. Maven users, you know that you can keep an abundance of client notes at your fingertips. Maven app is not just for tracking deadlines and tasks. It is for keeping notes. And don't forget, we store all client information, owner information, officer information, and that is encrypted at bank level encryption. Okay, so it is very safe at your fingertips. All right. So if you want the tax season next year to feel different, then make sure you don't let April go by the wayside without at least outlining your changes. Because again, a whole lot's going to happen and we're going to start the whole process over in September. So you have a few months, but not as many as you think. So don't waste the memory that you've got right now while it's intact. And we will see you in the next episode.